NBA's new CBA rules is destroying the entire Boston Celtics roster. I don't see the Celtics being championship contenders in the near future because, first of all, they traded Drew Holiday, right? And I think that was a good trade. They traded Drew Holiday for a guy that's like 10 years younger than him, Anthony Simons from the Portland Trail Blazers. The guy averages 19 points per game. Excuse me, he's only 26 years old. Drew Holiday is 35. Drew Holiday, he's slowing down. He's no longer, in my opinion, one of the best defenders in the league. That showed in the playoffs this year. It showed in the regular season as well. They needed Anthony Simons, right? Because Jason Tatum is going to be out for the entire season with that Achilles tear. So you need to bring a guy in that can, average points, a certain amount of points per game to help your team win games, right? But when you look at this trade that they did yesterday, right, they were involved with a 3-team trade where they sent Porzingis to the Atlanta Hawks, and they traded Porzingis for Niang, who I don't even think Niang averages 5 points per game, bruh. This trade, in my opinion, bruh, like, you pretty much ruined your entire playoff chances, bruh, by making this trade, bro. Like, why would you do this, right? Now, I know Porzingis has a undisclosed illness that he has not revealed to the public, right? Like, the guy was sick for like 6 months straight to the point where he said he couldn't breathe. He missed a bunch of playoff time because, he said he was tired. He couldn't breathe. He just had no energy. And, he just wasn't effective for the Celtics in the playoffs this year, man. Very unfortunate. Whatever Porzingis is dealing with, I hope he gets better. Hopefully he can come back next season and be healthy the whole season. But Porzingis averaged 19 points per game last year, y'all. So you traded Porzingis. Let me look up Niang's stats, bro, because I just I get the CBA rules, bro, but I mean, if I'm Brad Stevens, whatever his name is, I'm keeping Porzingis. I'm looking for a better trade than that, bro. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So Niang, he's 32 years old. He played for the Cleveland Cavaliers last year. And let's see how many points per game he averaged last year, y'all. The guy averaged 8 points per game. So you just traded away a power forward, a 7-foot-something power forward who could also play center, who was averaging 19 points per game for a guy that only averages 8 points per game, y'all. 8 points per game. Now, on the positive side, Niang is a great three-point shooter. He shoots 40% from the three. That's a positive, right? That's a positive. Because if you think about it, guys, you still got Jaylen Brown right now. You still got Derek White. Jason Tatum's eventually going to come back. But we're hearing reports from Shams that the Celtics are getting a bunch of offers for Jaylen Brown and Derek White. So, guys, there's a possibility that Jaylen Brown or Derek White is going to be traded before the start of next season. There's a possibility that both of those guys are going to get traded. And I'm going to say this, man. If the Celtics are stupid enough to trade Derek White or Jaylen Brown, it's over. It's over. I think they should keep both guys. And, because, I mean, if you trade Jaylen Brown or Derek White, how can you expect to beat a team like the Knicks? How can you expect to beat a team like the Cavaliers? How can you expect to beat a team like the Bucks when Damian Lillard comes back? I don't even think that team can beat the Magic like that, bruh. Remember, the Magic just got Desmond Bane, one of the best three-point shooters in the league. He averages about 20 points per game. This is unfortunate, man. I think there's a higher possibility that the Celtics trade Jaylen Brown than Derek White, because Jaylen Brown has a $300-something million contract, bruh. Remember, not too long ago, he was the highest paid player in the NBA. And I don't know if Brad Stevens and the Boston Celtics, I don't know if they're going to be willing to pay that with these new CBA rules, man. We already know Jason Tatum is looked at as the number one guy in Boston. But, I mean, this is a Jaylen Brown who just won you guys the championship. He won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. He won the Finals MVP. He proved that, he really proved that he's better than Jason Tatum. And now you have a scenario where because of his contract, because of these CBA rules, you're actually entertaining training your number one, number two guy on the team, bro. Like, let me know in the comment section, bro. Like, do y'all think the Celtics are really stupid enough to do this? Like, I think they're gonna do it. I do. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I think they're gonna trade Jaylen Brown, bro. And if you're Jaylen Brown, you gotta be happy about this because we've seen Jaylen Brown like tweets on Twitter where fans are saying that he's better than Tatum and he's the number one guy in Boston and, you know, he's underrated, right? We all know that Jaylen Brown feels like he's been underappreciated and undervalued while he was on the Celtics, right? Because many people, you know, they think Jason Tatum is better than him. And even after he proved it last year when the Celtics won the championship, you know, he proved that he can be the number one guy. You still got people out there that think Tatum is better. So if you're a guy like Jaylen Brown and you get traded and you have the chance to be the number one option on the team, I think Jaylen Brown would be happy about this, man. I don't think Jaylen Brown would be mad at all. I actually think you would see Jaylen Brown's game elevate even more. I think Jaylen Brown can have an MVP type of season on a different team. It's just about him going to the right team. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see Jaylen Brown, you know, go to a team like Memphis. You know, you got Jaylen Brown and Ja Morant, or you send him to a team like the Spurs, or you understand what I'm saying? Like, I can see Jaylen Brown going to a different team and elevating his game even better than it already is, bro. Like, kind of like when James Harden got traded from OKC to the Houston Rockets. And that's when did I say Jaylen Brown? I meant James Harden, bro. If I said, excuse me, y'all, I got tongue twisted. But like I said, it's like when James Harden got traded from OKC to the Rockets. Those was his best years, right? He won MVP while he was on the Houston Rockets. He officially became a superstar, an all-star. His game elevated, and I expect the same for Jaylen Brown if he gets traded. But I just think it's unfortunate for Boston Celtics fans, man. I feel bad for y'all, man. Like, y'all are literally sitting back watching your team just nuke itself over CBA rules, man. You know, it kind of looks like the Knicks are the reason for this, but it has nothing to do with the Knicks eliminating Boston. I don't think that's the reason. It's the CBA rules, man. And it's unfortunate, bro. You're going to see a lot of low market teams get better because of these rules, but you're going to see a lot of big name players that's on the popular teams like the Lakers and the Celtics and the Knicks. You know, I'm expecting the Knicks to trade Karl Anthony Towns. And you're going to see a lot of these superstar players go to the low market teams and help them become contenders, just like what OKC did this year. But you're going to see scenarios like that, man. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Do you think the Celtics should trade Jaylen Brown or Derek White? If so, what teams do y'all see them going to, man? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Wavy. Subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. I'm out.